Hi, I am Atlin Merrick. I will be reading from The Night They Met, my book with Improbable Press. It is 19 stories of other ways Sherlock Holmes and John Watson might have met and begun to fall in love. The story is called Sweet Talk. It takes place near Smithfield Meat Market, London, in 1967. I'll give you this if you give me that. Sherlock Holmes blinked at the man holding a 10-shilling note toward him. Sherlock had not slept in 49 hours, and he checked his watch only to remember he doesn't wear one. Anyway, it was 52 hours since he'd slept, so it took him probably 10 seconds before he could make his ears work. When he did, Sherlock frowned because he was fucking exhausted. So exhausted he was swearing. Internally, yes, but still. Anyway, he was dead on his feet and famished, because along with no sleep for at least 58 hours, he'd also not eaten anything since sometime yesterday, if yesterday was Tuesday. 20. I'll give you 20 shillings. The man standing in front of Sherlock held out another note. Without realizing his mouth was open, much less moving, Sherlock looked hard at the new note and said, "Leather worker, high-end fetish gear. May have a shop in Leadenhall Market or frequents the area. Likes espresso?" John Watson, at the end of whose arm those notes drooped, blinked at the man who had just rattled off what sounded like English, but was in its totality so absurd that John was pretty sure it was a foreign language. Or maybe he'd blacked out for a few seconds. No surprise there. He does that after a triple shift in outpatients. "I have no idea what you just said, but I will give you 30 shillings for that almond croissant, I swear to God." John Watson pulled out his billfold again, fished from it another 10 shillings, shoved his billfold back in his pocket by way of dropping it on the floor. Didn't notice. He sniffed mightily because somehow it kept his eyes open. He waved his money. The second note was still on top. Sherlock blinked at it and shouted, "Tea!" He jumped, then whispered, "Not espresso, tea. The leather worker likes strong black tea." Sand and sea, bread and butter, black and white. There are some things humans group together, the one with the other, natural pairs. Though they did not realize, right here, right now, was the exact moment that these two men began tiptoeing away from who they were to who they would from this day forward be. John Watson and Sherlock Holmes. Holmes and Watson. John and Sherlock. A natural pair. That is the beginning of Sweet Talk in my book, The Night They Met, with Improbable Press. I am Atlin Merrick. Thank you.